In our book, Safety Performance Reimagined, we take a look at the nature of socio-technical systems and socio-technical safety. We discuss the current shortcomings in conventional safety and suggest a refocus based on the awareness of a fourth dimension of performance. That fourth dimension is about people and is based on effective leadership and leveraging the incredible performance capacity that people bring to any operation. The science of management has taught us to manage and track three dimensions in our business. The first dimension is production and schedule. Dimension 2 is about the costs and resources required for a given level of production and schedule. And Dimension 3 is the systems and processes to enable the organisation to function effectively. The increasing complexity of business means that it is essential that we get these three dimensions right. If any of these dimensions are not adequately planned or managed to create robust systems, then performance will suffer or possibly fail altogether. What seems to not be understood by too many business managers is that getting the first three dimensions right is not enough. These three dimensions are merely enablers of performance. They are based on systems thinking and they focus on compliance with that system, but they don't create commitment. To achieve that, we need to understand four-dimensional performance. The 4D performance icon can be viewed two ways. What most people see when they first look at the picture is three cubes that have tenuous connections at the edge with a void in the center. This represents the three dimensions that a conventional management-focused approach to safety creates. Viewed at the edges, or when you look at the pieces individually, they look solid, but when you get to the center, the gaping hole that is the absence of safety leadership becomes clear. The other way to view the logo is to allow your mind to picture the three coloured cubes as transparent. You can look through these cubes and see a solid or opaque cube that forms the base sitting behind the three transparent cubes. Each of the coloured cubes is solidly connected to the base. Imagining the four dimensions this way provides a powerful insight into one of the key characteristics of the subjective world of leadership, shared values, common purpose, and culture. That is, you can't directly see these things. You have to view them through the objective things in the business, so the work practices and the systems and processes that exist in the organisation. The two ways of seeing the four-dimensional logo is a great example of the difference in mindset and thinking between a management and a leadership approach. In a 3D management approach, people are seen as an unreliable resource to be controlled and kept in order. In a 4D leadership approach, people are seen as an asset to be developed and relied upon as the biggest store of untapped capacity in the business. A lifetime of working in high-risk operations has taught us that a system or a procedure never achieved anything. It is people being committed to implementing the system that achieves performance. As we come to understand socio-technical safety, we recognise the dilemma that while people have an amazing ability to adapt and create performance, they can also at times be unpredictable and at worst unreliable. It is this aspect of human reliability and fallibility that makes socio-technical systems so challenging. Four-dimensional leaders accept that people are fallible. They also understand that any system that is designed with the expectation that people will never make a mistake is a poorly designed system. Our systems need to be able to cope with human error and still operate safely. A four-dimensional approach is not just focused on doing things right. That is too linear and binary. Four-dimensional leaders think in terms of things going well. We need to move on from the conventional approach to safety, where the focus is on measuring and monitoring the first three dimensions. Managers of these systems can tell you the cost of every aspect of the system, but they can't tell you the value of much of it. We should recognise that a purely 3D management approach is a cop-out from people who are either incapable of or never learned how to build workplace relationships based on trust. In a 4D approach, much more attention is given to monitoring and tracking the resilience and effectiveness of people and leadership, the fourth dimension. In our book, we invite the reader to reimagine safety performance and the leadership practices that help companies realise the performance gains to be had. At the heart of this approach is compelling evidence that when leaders trust their people and provide support and guidance, real transformation happens, and sustainable performance is the result.